So you're thinking about living in Charlottesville and relocating here. Cool. But now you're not sure if you really want to be city or county. Which one is going to be the better fit for you? Well, I get it. Moving is absolutely stressful, and trying to figure out the differences about where can feel even more overwhelming. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Today, I'm going to break down the key elements between the city of Charlottesville and the county of Albemarle. We'll talk about the governance, services, schools, and everything you need to find to know your perfect place living in Charlottesville. Remember, when you're hearing living in Charlottesville, Charlottesville in itself is a very small location, really not much more than about 10 square miles. So when you hear about the Charlottesville area, that actually includes the outlying county of Albemarle. So today I'm going to share the pluses and the minuses, the pros and the cons for each location, whether you're thinking about the city or if you're thinking about being in the county. So don't go anywhere, because you're going to want to stay close and hear about why people are choosing either city of Charlottesville or the county of Albemarle. And by the way, if you are ready to make the move, just give me a ring, reach out, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call. I'm Pam. I'm your local realtor who's actually grown up in this area. So I am more than happy, and I'd love to help you on your new adventure. Now, let's go see what the differences are. So first up, let's just chat real quick about the physical size. So Charlottesville City is just 10.3 square miles. Yes, it is actually that small, but that makes everything very close by, which is a huge perk if you're looking for, say, walkability and convenience. The city feels compact and vibrant with lots of activities packed into a smaller area. Albemarle County, on the other hand, has, get this, over 726 square miles. So think about it. That's 70 times larger than the city of Charlottesville. What does that mean? Well, it means you'll find everything from suburban neighborhoods to sprawling rural farmland. The trade-off? Well, you're definitely going to be relying more on car transportation in the county and in the outlying area. So living in the city often means that you can walk or bike to many places, while living in the county offers space to spread out and, quite honestly, enjoy nature. Keep that in mind when we dive deeper into the other differences. So let's start off with governance, because it's one of the biggest distinctions between the city and the county. The city of Charlottesville is an independent city. That means it's not part of a county. It has its own government, including a city council and a mayor that is elected by the city council. Albemarle County, on the other hand, is governed by a board of supervisors, and it surrounds the city on all sides. Now here's a big one: services. In the county, you'll arrange for your own trash service through recycling. Is going to be a drop-off and available at the Ivy Solid Waste and Recycling Center, whereas the city actually provides the trucks and the manpower, woman power for pickup at your location. Right now in the city of Charlottesville, it's leaf pickup season. So everybody has blown their leaves down to the city streets, because on designated days, the city comes through with a giant sucker vacuum truck and sucks them all up. It's part of the city services. It's part of your taxes. I live in the county, So I had to reach out to the gentleman who does my landscaping and say, please add us for leaf removal when you're doing leaf removal in the area. And he responded back, and I will have to pay that bill separately and directly to him. Emergency services such as police, fire, and rescue are also distinct, with the city offering its own departments and the county covers a much larger area with different service providers. So if convenience is a priority for you, this is definitely something to consider. And by the way, this is exactly why you need to reach out to me. I can help you navigate the differences and find which community is the best fit for your lifestyle. Moving on, next up, schools and education. So the next one is a big one. When it comes to education, both the city and the county have strong options, but there are some key differences. Charlottesville city schools have a much smaller system with just one high school, Charlottesville High School. And by chance, it also gives smaller class sizes. It's often praised for its arts and extracurricular programs. There, bouncing out to the county of Albemarle, serves a much larger area with currently 3 different high schools, including Albemarle High School, Monticello, and Western Albemarle High Schools. This gives families more options depending where they live. And the high schools offer an additional program. Each high school has a specialty program, like a secondary school within the school. And if your child is in the Albemarle County schools, but they want to go to, say, where you live would feed into Monticello, but they really want to attend the specialty program at Western, they actually can apply. And if they do get into the program, then they can go with no additional fee. Now, transportation is not included, so that would be your responsibility, but still really cool. With the large size, the multiple high schools, the multiple programs, there is some flexibility. Having a specific program is important to you and your child or your family, then that's another thing that we need to talk about and why you need to reach out. I know these schools, I know these systems, I know these programs inside and out, and I can help guide you towards the perfect fit for your kids. Every child's different, so every program is different, and I want to make sure what works best is what we find for your next move. So next, let's talk about the big one, housing. Okay, well, community vibes is a close second as well, but this is where differences really start to stand out. City neighborhoods. You're going to be looking at more predominantly historic neighborhoods like Belmont, North Downtown, with charming older homes, walkability to dining and shopping, and much smaller lots. You could find condos on the downtown mall overlooking the city. Lots of options. In the county, on the other hand, you've got a larger mix of options from suburban neighborhoods like Forest Lakes or, say, Glenmore, to sprawling rural estates that can be 5 acres or 500 acres. You're definitely not going to find that within the city of Charlottesville. So the county offers more acreage and privacy, but you're going to need to drive to almost all of the amenities. So if you need to go grab a prescription, if you need to go grab a quart of milk, if you need to pick your kids up from after school activities, that's really going to all require a car or two to go to the different places. So who lives in the city and the county? Well, obviously we find a lot more young professionals who are living in the city. We also find a good amount of retirees or those who value convenience and an urban vibe. The county, on the other hand, is home to families looking for space and to access top-rated schools, as well as outdoor enthusiasts who love the area's trails and open spaces. And hey, and in keeping this in mind, remember when you're looking and trying to decide, again, reach out. I can probably help you navigate the differences between the two. Now, here's a big question I get all the time. What about the taxes? What about the cost of living? In Charlottesville, the property tax rate is higher, currently 0.96 cents per $100 of assessed value, okay? In Albemarle County, it's lower. Currently, it's just at right over 85 cents per $100 of value. That might not sound like a big difference, but it can really add up, especially depending on your home's values. On the flip side, some services like trash collection, certain utilities might cost more in the county. So you got to remember that when weighing your overall expenses. So now, next up, let's talk about transportation. City of Charlottesville is going to be much more walkable and has easier access to public transportation with the Charlottesville Albemarle Transit, CAT system, or the UVA transit buses. If you're commuting within the city, you can also often walk or bike your way to work. If you're in Albemarle County, being larger and more spread out, it's much more dependent on your car. Or, as I said before, cars. Really, county living is very much dictates because, like I said, if you have one car, of course, you're more fortunate than many people in the world, and I give you that. But if you're at work with one car and your significant other has to pick up the kids, it's going to be a whole cluster. So, oftentimes people really do need more than one car when not living in the city or when living in the county or counties surrounding. Public transportation does extend into some parts of the county, but it's not as comprehensive as being in the city itself. This is also a known reason why the CAT system just launched MCAT, little m, MCAT. And what that is a new program very similar to Lyft or Uber. So it's an on-demand car system and it's free. I have not tried it yet. I swear I'm going to try it. It's on my to-do list just so I can report back to y'all. If you're someone who really loves the idea of walking to a coffee shop or a grocery store like the Main Street Market or the city's probably going to be your better fit. Oh, that's all there is to it. If you love driving down winding country roads, having more space, the county might be your dream location. But this again is why we need to chat. Having grown up in this area, I know the inside and the out, and I can help you figure out what is the best fit. Both the city and the county have much to offer when it comes to lifestyle and recreation. City of Charlottesville, you got tons of urban parks, the Rivanna Trail, cultural hotspots like the Paramount Theater and the Jefferson School for African American Heritage Center. And then you have places like the skate park, which was made a reality thanks to a Tony Hawk grant. So these are things that you're only going to find within the city itself. In Albemarle County, you got wide open spaces, vineyards such as King Family or Pippin Hill, and you have outdoor adventures like the Shenandoah National Park. The good news is, no matter where you live, you will have access to both fairly easy and readily. Again, we are not that spread out until you start getting out into the county. So getting from my house into, say, the Rivanna Trail, I can actually reach part of the Rivanna Trail within 5 minutes. I can actually walk. to part of the Rivanna Trail from my house, and I live in the county. If I wanted to jump on a skateboard, which would just be really scary, I could be to the skate park within 10 minutes, and vice versa. Obviously, you could go from the city out to any direction and find a vineyard. You're going to be easily accessible to it all, but it just depends how accessible and what you're looking for, what's going to be the best. So no matter where you live, but your day-to-day vibe will definitely feel different depending on whether you live in the city or the county. So there you have it. Key differences between living in the city of Charlottesville or living in Albemarle County or one of the other counties around the area. Both areas offer unique lifestyles, amenities, and opportunities. And the best part? It's all Charlottesville. It may not be Charlottesville proper, but again, I live in Charlottesville, but I'm in the county. Remember, choosing where to live isn't about the square footage or the tax rate. It's about finding a place that feels like home. And you know what? That's where I come in. Whether you're drawn to the lovable, walkable charm of the city or the scenic serenity of the county, I'm here to help you every step of the way. Don't forget, please like, subscribe for more videos, and check out my other videos. I know this time of year people are often home a little bit more and looking a lot more. So if there's something you want to know more about, drop a comment below. I really would love your input. And if I can help you or your family in any way, let's talk. I have lived here, I have grown up here, I've raised my family here, and I think I know a little bit about the area. So I would love to share my knowledge with you to figure out what is the best fit. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.